Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I blew it again," right before things actually go off the rails? Pause for 10 seconds. Breathe. Imagine a gatekeeper at the threshold of your mind, opening a door and whispering, "Enough. We'll speak differently now." This isn't empty pep talk. It's the spiritual principle Florence Scovel Shinn demonstrated again and again. The outer world crystallizes from the thoughts and words you continually speak. Change your line, and you change the tracks of your fate. Self-sabotage isn't proof that you're weak. It's a trained speech habit running in the background, an unconscious command line. I'm not good enough. I'll probably be late. Opportunities aren't for me. Each phrase operates like a password dropped into your subconscious, cueing you to act out a losing script. The good news, the script can be rewritten the moment you change your words. In Shinn's language, you post a watchman at the gate of your mind, so no self-belittling sentence slips through unchecked. Do an honest day scan. How many times do you shoot yourself in the foot just with your mouth? When the rational voice insists, be realistic, Shinn suggests you drown out the mental static with a new decree, a statement of divine order. For example, instead of, "I'm always a mess and I ruin things," say, "Divine order is established in my mind, body, and affairs. I see clearly and act swiftly." The simplicity is the point. Simple words open an invisible door to order, clarity, and opportunity. You don't need to fight life. You simply resign from colluding with wrong words and choose the right ones. Now imagine your day slowing down in the morning. You greet a door of destiny already ajar. At midday, whenever a burden rises, money worries, fear of mistakes, you quietly declare, "I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free, then take the next right action." At night, you let the walls of delay and lack fall away. It's not an overnight miracle. It's daily mental hygiene. After a few days, you react less self-blame, and stop dragging yourself backward. Confidence wells up from inside, not from praise or likes, and the outer results, faster email replies, doors opening, softer conversations start to match the words you're speaking. You become the editor of your own reality. Right now, pick the one self-sabotaging line you say most often and rewrite it with the Shinn method. Keep it short, present tense, positive, and anchored in divine order. Speak it slowly 3 times, as if signing a new contract with life. If a voice inside sneers, "This is silly smile, that's the old habit trying to keep its job." You are the new gatekeeper. From this moment on, whenever the old line jumps out, you pause and replace it. You're not begging, you're installing new rules for your mind. Remember, your word is your wand, powerful enough to transform conditions when you wave it over them with faith and consistency. Let your daily language lean toward non-resistance and order, and watch your affairs rearrange themselves in kind. If it helps, hold a simple picture, a white painted door in the home of your future. Behind it, work that fits warm relationships, cared for finances, and a peace as calm as her early morning water. Speak my right path opens easily and on time. Imagination paints the scene. Intuition delivers the next clue. That's when coincidences arrive. To keep this from fading as a passing mood, here's our next step. We'll move straight into 5 practical moves. How to post your inner gatekeeper effectively. How to speak differently in real-life situations. How to cast the burden so your heart is light while your hands still act. The art of non-resistance so triggers lose their grip. And a simple one-day ritual that turns right words into a way of life. When you're ready, we'll swing the door open and pin it at open. Imagine you're standing before a great gate that opens into your inner garden, a place where every seed of thought gets a chance to sprout into real-life circumstances. For years, that gate has swung wide for both roses and weeds. Self-sabotage is simply the weeds that have taken root. A sigh of, "I'm not good enough." A shrug of, "Probably late again," a prophecy of, "This will go wrong." Today, guided by Florence Scovel Shinn's spirit, we don't just stroll through the garden, we appoint a kind, steadfast gatekeeper. The gatekeeper doesn't fight the weeds. They simply stop them at the entrance and make way for light order and opportunity. Psychologically, self-sabotage isn't some built-in personal flaw. It's a learned reflex that became a secret command to the nervous system through repetition. Each time you mutter, "I probably can't," your body shrinks, your heart races, your hands fumble. The brain always trying to save energy files that response as the safe shortcut. So the first move of the gatekeeper isn't attack, it's awareness. There's the old sentence asking to pass. In that noticing, your inner tracks already shift. Start with a tiny game-changing practice for the next 24 hours. Write down your 3 most common self-sabotaging lines. No judgment, just witness them kindly. Maybe it's, "I have a terrible memory, I'm not good with money," or "People will think I'm annoying." Think of them as fake entry badges. The gatekeeper's job is to revoke those badges. Post your list where you'll see it on the bathroom mirror, by your keyboard, or as your lock screen. Your gatekeeper needs a clear roster of guests and imposters. Now comes the watchman. Check a 20-30-second reset that shifts both body and mind the moment an old line tries to slip through. Breathe, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. The longer exhale tells your body, "We're safe." Name it softly. The old command is arriving. Insert yours. Naming it turns the invisible boss into a recognized guest. Choose swap the line. Speak a present tense decisive statement that establishes order. Don't beg or bargain, declare what you allow to exist in your mind and your work. The power here is consistency, not theatrics. You don't have to shout to change your life. You repeat gently, steadily. Try these everyday scenes morning before sending an important email. The old habit whispers, "Don't expect much, they'll ignore it." Your gatekeeper steps in. That line doesn't enter. "Today I'm clear on time and opportunities meet me." Shoulders drop the message, reads cleaner, and your day rolls on to a different track. In a meeting, a tough question freezes you. The old script says, "I'm dumb." Gatekeeper, I choose clarity and quickness now. You ask for 10 seconds to check the data, then answer calmly. No one sees the inner battle, but they feel the quiet presence. At night, you're about to enroll in a course you've long wanted, and up pops waste of money. The gatekeeper doesn't argue. It opens a new line, "I invest wisely in my capacity. What's right will open." You don't have to decide this second. Tin. You just refuse to let the old line dominate the airwaves. What if I slip and say the old line, "No problem"? The gatekeeper doesn't penalize. It simply restates the rule. Pause, smile, and follow with the new line like correcting a typo. Your inner garden doesn't collapse over one snip. It blossoms because you keep returning to tend it day after day. Give your gatekeeper 3 daily shifts. Morning, as you're still soft with sleep. Today, I let order, clarity, and opportunity lead. Midday, when pressure appears, hand the weight to inner wisdom to process beneath the surface instead of letting the thinking mind grind. Evening, review lightly. Which lines were stopped at the gate, which sneaked in. No criticism, just learn and prepare for tomorrow's watch. Add physical anchors, a ring you touch when the old sentence is on your lips, a phone wallpaper of an open door. Gentle reminders at 10:00 a.m. and 3:00 p.m. None of these are magic. They're little bridges to help you shift states so the gatekeeper can step forward in time. Here's the Shinn-flavored core. The gatekeeper doesn't fight life, and it doesn't collude with chaos. When you stop reacting and choose orderly speech, circumstances line up. The angry email won't rattle you like before. An unexpected bill won't spiral into catastrophe. You're not denying reality. You're refusing to let the old voice drive the wheel. I'm inviting you into a 7-day gatekeeper challenge with our community each day. Pick exactly one old line to block and one new line to install. Comment beneath the videos with 2 things. 1, the old line, whose badge you're revoking, and 2, the new line you'll use instead. Writing it down is a small promise to yourself, and you'll see many others walking the same path. We're not aiming for perfection overnight. We're opening the gate and taking our post as an act of self-kindness. In the next part, we'll dive into the say it differently rule, powerful replacement phrases for real-life moments. Fear of messing up. Fear of missing out when everything looks impossible. You'll get a clear swap sheet to keep by your desk, so when the weeds ask to enter, you can smile and point. This gate opens only for roses. See you there where words lay the new rails for your destiny. When your inner gatekeeper is finally on duty, the next step is to train them with a compact handbook of words. Notice the old sentence, decode the need beneath it, then say it differently to make room for divine order. This isn't self-hypnosis, it's how you rewrite the background command codes for your nervous system and subconscious, placing yourself under a new spiritual law order clarity and right time provision. Here's the 4-step flip the script formula. Catch the old line exactly as it pops up in your head or mouth. Decode the need underneath, usually safety, competence, belonging, or order. Declare a new present tense sentence that evokes order. No. I'll try no. Hopefully, just establish it. Then, do a tiny confirming action, so your body believes, now send the email square. Your shoulders press submit, put the call on the calendar. Let's walk through everyday American moments and what to say instead, plus a micro step to anchor it. Scenario 1. I always mess it up. Order, clarity, quick response. Hidden need competence and decision safety. Say instead, order is being established in my mind and in my work. I see the next steps and move cleanly. Micro step breathe 4-4-6. Jot 3 bullets for the next step. Do the smallest action for 5 minutes. Why it works. The breath resets your physiology toward safety. Your attention filter starts looking for order instead of errors. The micro-action proves the new line true. Scenario 2. Opportunities pass me by. Awake, on time, present, hidden need timing and readiness. Say instead, I am alert to my good. The right signals stand out and I respond on time. Micro-steps set 2 daily opportunity scan reminders. Reply to 1 delayed email within 24 hours. Make 1 specific ask. Why it works. You shift from time's victim to on-time presence. Your brain flags synchronicity and small moves put you in the flow. Scenario 3. This is impossible. Timely surprise. Stepwise movement. Hidden need order in uncertainty. Say instead, what looked impossible is revealing a path. The first stone is visible in front of me. Micro-step name. The first domino. A call, a test. A draft page and work it for 10 minutes. Why it works. You stop demanding the whole bridge and command your mind to find the next stone. Energy returns to the present and action sparks momentum. Scenario 4. There's never enough money. Flow. Enough. Wise stewardship. Hidden need financial safety and a sense of control. Say instead, I operate in a flow of enough, i.e., I steward wisely, and I'm supplied rightly fully on time. Micro-step review your expense tracker for 15 minutes. Pay 1 small bill today with gratitude. Book a conversation about compensation/value. Why it works, new language, removes lack from your identity, and micromanagement proves your trustworthy channel flow increases when the channel is clean and wide. Scenario 5. They'll judge me. Steady self-respect. Boundaries. Sincerity. Hidden need belonging without self-betrayal. Say instead, I show up calm and self-respecting. The people meant for me recognize me. Micro-step. Adopt an open posture. Soft shoulders, level chin. Craft 1-2 honest self-intro lines. Set minimum boundaries for the meeting time aim. Why it works. The body broadcasts safety. Boundaries lower anxiety. Your new line guides quality of connection instead of begging for approval. Here's a quick pick affirmation palette you can draw from any time. I choose order, clarity, and forward motion now. I'm alert to my good and I respond on time. The first step is lit. I take it today. I am a trustworthy channel for enough. I steward wisely. My peace is unshakable. I show up sincere. I learn fast, adjust fast, improve fast. I allow good to arrive in surprising yet fitting ways. I speak what I want to see and act in harmony with it. I choose insight over fear in this moment. I honor my value and communicate it clearly. How to read them: slow, low, and warm. Don't strain to believe. Just allow your mind to line up. In a few days, you'll notice softer self-talk, less drama about problems, less delay, because each time you pair a new sentence with a micro step, you're sending a double signal spirit and body that the rules of the game have changed. Keep your rhythm so you don't slip back to the old line. The 3-second pause before emails, comments, decisions. Pause. See, say, do. Name and neutralize. That's the fear of mistake script. Thanks for the ping. Today I choose clarity. Slow, even voice. Slower speech keeps your nervous system out of alarm mode. Posture and gaze stand tall. Soften your eyes. Your body is the microphone that amplifies your words. Morning, evening hygiene. 60 seconds to open your day and 60 to close it, as we set in part 1. A Florence-flavored reminder. When you say it differently, you're not forcing life, you're tuning to the frequency of the solution. You stop feeding chaos with language and start powering order. Words spoken in peace do not return empty. They carry matching results when you walk them out. To build momentum, join our 7-day Say This Instead challenge. Each day, pick one situation: work, money, relationships. Write one old line and one new line using the formula above. Take one micro step to anchor it that day, then comment below in the format. Old line, new line. Today's micro step. When you write publicly, you're no longer doing this alone. We cheer, help, refine each other's wording, and keep one another on the new track order: clarity and enough. If you still feel a weight on your chest after speaking the new line, that invisible boulder, that's normal. In the next part, we'll practice Cast the Burden, a short but deep handoff that shifts the load from intellect to inner wisdom, so the heart grows light and the hands can work. When the burden is placed rightly, your new words don't just ring in your head, they soak into your life. See you in part 3, where we set the stone down and walk easy. Have you ever sat in front of the screen, knowing exactly what to do? Hit send, finish the draft, make that important call while your chest feels like it's carrying stone. You've learned to guard your words, you've practiced say it differently, and yet the body still stalls. That's when we enter Florence's ritual: hand over the burden. Not denial, not pretending. It's fine, a change of who handles what, from the overthinking mind to the deeper, calmer intelligence within. When the burden is put in the right place, feelings loosen, thinking clears, and action becomes possible. Picture your mind like a film crew. The rational mind is a meticulous editor. The subconscious is the sound and light rig that amplifies everything. And the supermind is the director who sees the whole story. When you clutch the burden, you're forcing the editor to direct and run sound. Everything overloads, noise rises, the picture blurs. Handing over the burden puts the director back in the chair. The editor relaxes and does one frame, one sentence, one next small step. Here's the 4-step ritual: simple, practical, repeatable. 1. Notice. Catch the body signals of burden tight, shoulders, shallow breath, a fluttering stomach. Don't fight the feeling. Whisper inwardly, I'm carrying weight. Naming it without judgment is your first turn out of the self-blame spiral. 2. Name. Write the exact burden on a slip of paper. Fear of rejection. This month's financial pressure. Worry. I'm not good enough. Get specific if you can. Email Jay about pricing Friday's presentation. What has a name loses power over your whole mind. 3. Hand over. Over. Palm on the paper, breathe slow. Speak a transfer sentence to the wiser tier, within, not begging, not pleading, routing the file to the right department. Anything beyond my view, I hand to inner wisdom. I am light. If it helps put the paper in a small burden box, handoff complete. You aren't running from the issue, you're moving it to the right place in your mental operating system. 4. Do the next right thing. Immediately take one micro-action, send one question book, a 15-minute slot draft, a 3-bullet outline, pay $10 on the small bill text to confirm an appointment. Micro-actions drum an even rhythm for a newly lighter heart. They prove to your nervous system it's safe to move forward. Why this works: mind, body, spirit. Physiology size. Touch handwriting are safety signals to the nervous system. The alarm quiets. The planning centers come back online. Psychology naming turns vagueness into structure. What's structured is workable. Spirituality. You admit there's an order larger than the ego's control. When you stop ringing, the problem room appears, and so do the right cues. 2 short stories. The stalled draft. Molly faced a white screen, each try triggered. It'll be awful. Shoulders locked, neck stiff. She wrote, burden, fear of being mocked. Hand on paper, slow breath. Judgment belongs to others, not my job. Inner wisdom handles the worry. I'm light. Timer for 10 minutes, 1 page of rough. She deleted most later, but she'd moved. That night in the shower, a clean opening line dropped in. When Molly stopped clutching, fear flow returned. The Ray's call. Devon delayed the call for 3 weeks, afraid of rejection, of seeming greedy. He wrote burden, fear of asking for what I deserve, placed it in the box. Others' reactions are outside my control. I hand that over. My job is to state value clearly. He prepped 3 bullet points and booked a 15-minute slot. Not every request was granted that day, but he left with a clear 60-day path and no longer owed himself that call. Your 90-second daily lighten drill. Set up a small box. A tea tin works, sticky notes, a pen. When heavy, write 1 burden, hand on paper, take 2 long sighs. Transfer sentence, short present tense language of handoff. What's beyond me has a proper place. I continue with my part. Micro-action, the smallest next right step, within 90 seconds, ask 1 question, open the file, create the doc, put a time on the calendar. Close drop the note in the box. Each evening, open the box, once give thanks to the processing department, and discreetly shred 1 to 2 completed tickets. When the rational mind yells, if I don't worry, who will remember? You're not dodging responsibility, you're assigning roles. Your role is the next step. The timing of replies, others' emotions and chance alignments belong to the larger order. With roles set correctly, the body softens, and the next step is small enough to do now. Pair speak differently with hand over the burden. Before the micro-action, say, I operate in order and clarity. After the micro-action, hand off the rest. What isn't mine yet, I give to inner wisdom. I am light. It's like step breath, left, right, 1 beat to orient, 1 beat to release. You go far not by 1 leap, but by steady cadence. Common traps and clean exits. Trap 1. Turning handoff into avoidance. Fix always attach a micro-action. No micro-action equals not a handoff, just delay. Trap 2. Waiting for 100% certainty before you move. Fixed certainty follows 1 or 2 steps not before. Order reveals itself in motion. Trap 3. Beating yourself up when the burden returns. Fixed burdens are waves, not system errors. Repeat the 90-second ritual. Every rep retrains your nervous system. When life swerves, use this micro-rescue kit and practice releasing old lines. Retire phrases like, I never, in my family. At my age, with a 1-minute morning release, I return these lines to where they came from, grateful for how they tried to protect me. Today I choose a new line. Forgiveness doesn't erase history. It restores freedom to the present. After a rejection email, I'm being redirected to a better harbor. Hand to chest, slow breath. Surprise bill. My cash flow moves in rhythm. Solutions are arriving. Look at the bill. Soft smile. Rising conflict. I choose respect and clarity. My words cool the room. Lower your tone. Can't sleep. My body knows how to rest. Mind sets down. Heart keeps gentle time. Count 4 in, 4 out. Self-doubt. I'm enough right now. The next step is clear. Keep the 2 diagnostic words close. Lack and delay. Lack isn't only money. It's thin, time-shredded attention, undernourished bonds, worn-down self-respect. Delay isn't just a rescheduled calendar. It's the unsent email, the unsaid boundary, the application you keep parking. Each repetition of your line declares these walls temporary and already crumbling. Your body leaves freeze and moves forward gently, unmistakably. Community practice, 7-day burden box challenge. Each day comment 3 short lines. Your burden, no sensitive details. Your handoff sentence. Your first 90-second micro action. Example, draft anxiety. Handed to inner wisdom. My part is a rough paragraph. Wrote 8 opening lines. When we witness one another, lay it down and step forward. The community energy weakens the delay machine in each of us. You're not alone. There's a circle of hands at the gate with you. Before we close, whisper 1 line for today, the first that rises from your chest. Say it with breath, a warm palm over your heart and a gentle gaze toward yourself. Then post it as a promise to the community and to your future. In the next part, we'll turn this into a 3 to 5 minute daily ritual. You can follow on video. 1 minute of stillness, 1 minute of declaration, 1 minute of imagery, 1 minute of inner listening, 1 minute to anchor the law into your day. Done right, 5 minutes is enough to hear the soft click of your secret door opening. And if a sharp email, an old memory, or a sudden judgment lights your fuse after you've handed the burden over, don't panic. That flash is often the trigger for old self-sabotage. Our next step in Florence's method is non-resistance and forgiveness, how to stand steady without getting dragged into the invisible fight, how to pull the pin from the grenade so your peace isn't stolen, and why forgiveness unlocks the flow. In part 4, we'll practice standing still inside so nothing shoves you off your new track. See you there, where we learn not to be moved and let the wrong things fall away by themselves. Some days, 1 rude email can punch your heart. 1 suspicious glance can lock your neck. 1 throwaway remark can torch your plans. You've practiced the watchman, you've tried speaking differently. You've learned to cast the burden, yet the reaction can still flare like a spark on gasoline. Florence points us to a soft but formidable art, non-resistance and forgiveness. Not weakness, not surrender. It's standing still inside so anger and resentment don't get the steering wheel. When the inner lake is calm, contrary conditions lose their grip and fall away. Picture yourself as a lake. Wind may rise, but if the lake is deep, the waves only ruffle the surface. Non-resistance is that depth. It says, I see what's happening, but it cannot shove me. Forgiveness pulls up the lead anchors at the bottom, grudges, retelling the old story, replaying the wound. Pull the anchors, the lake stills, and the sky mirrors back. From there, right words have soil to take root. Non-resistance is not resignation. Resignation mutes your voice. Non-resistance chooses a response instead of a reflex. Resignation shrinks you. Non-resistance keeps you whole. Resignation drops your boundaries. Non-resistance holds them without letting a storm dictate your state. In non-resistance, you can say a clear, calm no without exploding or collapsing. The 30-second stand-still reset. When a trigger trips snarky comment, surprise bill, take 30 seconds to create a gap between stimulus and response. Still the mind, inhale. 4, hold 4, exhale. 6, soften your gaze, unclench your jaw. Name the feeling. This is anger, shame, fear. Name it to dispel it. You are not anger, you're noticing anger. Declare non-resistance, slow, low. This does not move my peace. I choose clarity. One small right action, write one neutral opening sentence. Ask to reconvene in 15 minutes. Or set a boundary, happy to continue when we keep tone and time respectful. 30 seconds like this pulls you out of the limbic spin fight, flight, and returns you to the clear zone. Agree with the adversary, cool the fire guide. The energy arguments drag on when we try to prove. In practice, agreeing means finding one useful point to lower both nervous systems, then steering back to the goal. If someone snaps, you're too slow. Breathe and say, I agree, timing matters. I'll send a draft by 5 p.m. tonight. Which section would you like me to prioritize? You're not taking the whole blame. You're redirecting energy from attack to organization, a non-resistant anchor that doesn't push the storm. It channels it. The 3-layer shield. Breath. Body words. Breath, lengthen the exhale. Your body signals safe, the flare cools. Body open stance. Shoulders, soft chin, level your silent claim. I'm not cornered, and I'm not attacking. Words keep a few lines ready. I need 10 minutes to review the data. I'll get back with a complete reply. I understand what you're asking. Here's what I can commit to in this time frame. I'm ready to continue when we keep a respectful tone. These aren't needless apologies, and they don't add fuel. They set orderly boundaries the Shinn way. Forgiveness diffusing emotional landmines. 5-minute, unlock the heart. Write the name of the person, situation that weighs on you. Write the exact story you keep telling, be blunt. Name the value that got to hit respect, fairness, safety. Write a release for you unsent. I release you from the role of villain in my story. I reclaim my energy, my boundaries, and my peace. End with a light blessing. May we each learn the right lesson and move on. If your chest still feels heavy, repeat for a few days. Forgiveness is a process, not a button. 2 real-life slices. Work chat blows up. A colleague snipes. Your fingers fly to clap back. You pause, 30 seconds, breathe, and jot. Anger feeling disrespected, value respect. You post publicly. To keep momentum, I'll send the numbers by 4 p.m. Let's keep this constructive. After hours, you DM a clean boundary. Let's keep feedback on the data, not the person. You didn't swallow anger, you frame the work. Old memory surges before you present. Heart races. Hand to heart, breathe. 446, whisper. Old memories can't move my peace. Today I stand steady. Forgive the past me who didn't know how to stand still and walk in with the today me. Lines to tape above your desk. Nothing here moves my peace. I agree. Time matters, first draft in 30 minutes. And so on. Read slowly. Breathe with each line. Each sentence is a stake in the ground. The firmer the stake, the harder it is for storms to uproot you. Anchor. It a 2 to 3 line evening log. Keep proof so the ritual doesn't float away like a dream. Each night, write 3 short lines. 1 today's command, 2 a 1-sentence trailer, 3 1 micro signal, an email. A conversation, a thought. In a week, you'll see a string of pearls, coincidences, tiny shifts, even failures that turned out to be quiet reroutes. Data calms the rational mind. With less resistance, the road gets smoother. If you miss a day, this practice forgives you. No debt, just return. Every return hammers another nail that keeps the door propped open. You'll notice small things. Your tone softens. Your emails read clearer. Your reflex to self-blame loosens the first swallows of a new season. Community challenge, #standstill, challenge, 5 days. Each day share one moment you chose stillness over blow-up, one non-resistant line you used, and one boundary you set. Post in the format situation, standstill line. Boundary, what I forgave. We learn faster when we witness each other. If the first 4 parts were spiritual bricks, this one is how to lay them into the path you walk each day. A steady life rarely comes from one big burst. It's built by tiny, repeatable revolutions done on rhythm. In Florence Scovel Shinn's spirit, place yourself under divine order, speak what you wish to see cast the heavy part to its right place, then walk in peace. A simple daily ritual becomes the conductor syncing body, mind, spirit so the rhythm holds without strain. Morning is the first door. When you open your eyes, your mind still rests at the edge of dream and waking. That's the softest soil for seed. Don't dive straight into notifications, email news. Sit up slowly. Let both feet touch the floor, as if touching sacred ground. Over your first 3 breaths, whisper a guiding line. Today, divine order leads. My eyes are clear. My hands are skillful. I arrive at the right time and the right place. You're not begging for an easy day, you're declaring your orbit. Then sketch your 3 stones, the 3 right tasks to complete. They don't need to be big, only clear. Let the first stone be the smallest, a starter. Email, a scheduled call, a first paragraph. Once your brain knows what to look for, attention filters begin arranging the world around the pattern you just set. Morning becomes the quiet hand that turns the key, widening the day's door of destiny in your favor. By midday, the noise rises, stacked meetings, sudden asks, other people's emotions brushing yours. This is where the art of casting the burden shines. Keep a 1-minute reset at noon or before a fresh stretch of work. Step away from the screen, hand to heart, 1 long exhale, name the weight, an unexpected bill, an overdue reminder, the old, I'm not good enough. Send what's beyond your control to inner wisdom. Keep only the next clear human step. As the weight leaves your shoulders, your body drops a 1/2 inch, and often the first right path lights up. You route a question to the right person, strip the gilding off a needless task, set a boundary around time. The goal isn't to bend the world, it's to restore inner order, so action proceeds with clarity. Evening comes with low batteries and a mind that can tip towards self-reproach or avoidance. The night ritual isn't a dry checklist, it's a kind conversation with yourself. Review the morning's 3 stones, which landed, which is still rolling. If a wall of hesitation appeared, fear of a phone call, fear of sending a draft picture, it loosening into dust, and falling like old paint flaking from a wall. Then write 3 specific gratitudes, never generic. Thank you for the 12-minute call that cracked a window. Thank you for the small tool that made me tidier. Thank you for the 30-second pause before I replied. Gratitude isn't mood decor. It resets consciousness, so sleep becomes a fertile field instead of a battlefield. Start lean on purpose. Many people begin with big ornate rituals and burn out in days. Choose deliberate minimalism, morning equal 3 breaths, plus 1 guiding sentence, plus 3 stones. Midday equals 1-minute burden cast, plus 1 micro step. Night equal to lines of gratitude, plus 1 image of the wall falling. It's under 10 minutes total, but compounding works like interest, a small daily tilt toward order. And after a few weeks, your trajectory has changed. The power is in consistency, not perfection. Miss a beat, no judgment, just re-enter on the next one. That's how a mature gatekeeper stands post, no drama, no blame, simply return. To keep a ritual durable, habit link it to anchors you already have. Say the morning sentence as your feet touch the floor. Place the midday transfer after a glass of water or before opening your calendar. Write the 3 gratitudes after switching your phone to sleep mode. When the ritual rides an existing action, you rely less on fickle motivation. Choose a physical anchor too, a ring, a bracelet, a phone wallpaper of an open door. Every glance becomes a prelude that recalls the language of order. Some days will stretch you delayed flights, a child's fever, a project fire. That's when you test the ritual's elasticity. On hard days, collapse it to the minimum 1 breath and 1 morning line. 1 whispered burden cast midday. 1 line of thanks before sleep. You didn't fall off, You gave yourself a compact version to preserve the rhythm. If the rhythm lives, the rails hold. We win here not by force, but by refusing to let chaos run the inner airwaves. Tend your gatekeeper. Build tiny supports, a sticky note on the mirror. Speak with wings, live under grace. Phone chimes at 8:08 a.m. and 8:08 p.m. What's today's line? A ring you twist to change the channel. The body is an ally. When a complaint reaches the lips, palm to sternum, deep breath and speak your chosen line. After a few weeks, the gesture becomes a piano key, touch it, and the sentence plays by itself. And on loud days, overflowing email traffic. Headline hail, the gatekeeper doesn't panic. Your lobby security at a high rise, check the badge, welcome kindness smile, and turn away. What doesn't belong? If a post makes your face heat, ask, will my inner garden be greener or drier after I read this? If drier, keep scrolling. You're not numb, you're conserving soil, because dry soil resists even good seed. Keep a gatekeeper journal. 3 short lines nightly. 1. Which negative line did I swap? 2. What good did I let in? 3. What will I guard tomorrow? Naming things pours light into corners. Darkness softens when called by name. The journal also gives your rational mind evidence. Consistency works not by fireworks, but by small adjustments that make tomorrow gentler than today. Turn small wins into momentum. Use the bead chain record, 3 daily clicks, an early reply, a softened conversation, 20 minutes of deep focus. String 7 days, then 28. Pair it with the 15-minute rule. On any rough day, 15 right minutes still count as full credit. Half a page drafted, 1 drawer, organize 3 pages. Read. Don't let perfection slam the door because you lack 2 pristine hours. Small and steady is the busy person's miracle. Fall out of orbit. Make it a soft landing and a quick return. Practice re-entry under grace. Come back within 4 hours at the smallest dose. If 5 minutes feels large, flip the 60-second switch, breathe, speak, choose, do. If you shared too soon and loose opinions shook you, close the door again. Return to the tiny circle. Pull 1 clear action and do it. Grace doesn't punish. Grace invites you back. And when you need to say no, use warm, steady scripts that keep the right doors open while letting the lovely but not right doors close without harm. Poise belongs in the boardroom and in the kitchen. It lives in small choices, meeting your child's eyes for 2 present minutes, pausing 1 beat before replying to a sharp email, choosing a slower, clearer, warmer voice when stating a boundary. At work, poise turns you from firefighter to navigator. At home, it turns a rushed meal into presence. That's how your 3 affirmations soak the room without a sermon. As your words weave through morning, midday, night, something subtle happens. You begin to hear the hum of peace even in a noisy street. Choices drift from reactive to intentional, from fear to clarity. Others may not spot your ritual. They'll simply feel that you're steady. From that steadiness, fitting opportunities arrive in proportion. You stop chasing. You start attracting what matches your new rhythm. Let's practice together for a week. Ritual 1 day. After this video, post a simple daily comment so we can walk side by side. Morning, your guiding sentence and 3 stones. Midday, the burden you transferred and the micro step you took. Night, 1 specific gratitude and which wall fell. When many of us move in rhythm, the collective wind fills our sails. Share a photo of your ritual anchor too, a ring, a handwritten card, a phone wallpaper of an open door. These small objects tell our personal story of returning to order. Your story may be the nudge someone needs tomorrow. Tune your environment so the gatekeeper doesn't have to strain a vision fridge with 3 images of the qualities you're living into. Playlists that drop your shoulders, a tidy desk corner, fewer phone notifications, plus 2 gentle pings for the 5-minute ritual. When a room is optimized for peace, you won't have to push as hard good finds your address. Hold poise and keep the seed warm. Poise isn't pretending to be calm. It's body breath voice in agreement. I am safe. I am awake. I respond, not react. Try 3 micro adjustments. Lengthen the exhale, soften jaw and shoulders, soften your gaze before you speak. In 10 to 20 seconds, your nervous system moves from defense to cooperation. Keep tender intentions in a warm incubator in the first phase of a career shift, a raise negotiation, or a relationship repair. Choose a tiny circle of true safety instead of a broad audience. Let small results speak first, let the story follow. And give grace strong banks to flow between boundaries. Without banks, water spreads. With banks, it becomes a river. Set soft but firm edges so your energy concentrates where it can do the most good. As Florence put it, the student's goal is poise. Poise is power. Poise gives divine power a clean channel so you think clearly and make right decisions quickly. If self-sabotage once whispered you off your path by now, you have the quiet tools to switch it off with steady gentleness. Appoint a watchman at the gate of your mind. Speak differently to rewrite the inner code. Hand over the burden so your heart feels light. Be still. And forgive so you're not dragged into invisible battles. Then weave right words into a simple daily ritual. None of this is stage magic. It's a subtle order you choose each time you open your mouth. Each breath you take, each next small step you decide. When the language within you changes, the world outside slowly but surely adjusts to match. Let me whisper something soft. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. 1 sentence right now is enough. 1 sentence to replace I messed it up again with divine order is guiding me. I see clearly and act cleanly. 1 long exhale instead of a weary sigh. 1 micro step instead of 1 more day of postponing. You're not escaping reality. You're changing the rules of the game within, so peace becomes your method, not a late reward. If you can feel this new rhythm, close the old door gently and nail the new one open. Let this community be your warm harbor whenever you need to pause, breathe, and remember your order. We'll practice like musicians, no judgment for a wrong note. Just return to the beat, return to the melody. Share in the comments using either or both of these prompts. Old line, new line. Today's micro step. Burden surrendered, my transfer prayer. The right thing I did in 90 seconds. You can also add a photo of your anchor object, a ring, a card, a wallpaper, of an open door to inspire someone to start tomorrow morning. And if this video helped, subscribe and tap the bell, not to chase numbers, but so a small chime can call you back to steadiness whenever you need it. To give this closing real staying power, set a few anchors at home. A 7 to 21 84-day arc, 7 days to get acquainted. 21 to groove a habit, 84 to own a new vocabulary, 12 phrases across 12 weeks. Create a small ritual station image cues of your best qualities, a white candle, a notebook, and pen, so your mind recognizes door opening time. Keep a 3-line evidence log, today's command, a 1-sentence trailer, and any microsign you noticed. Carry a 90-second rescue card, breathe hand to heart, let the wave pass, then speak 1 short rhythmic line. Choose a grace partner to call you back when you slip. Post 3 fridge gallery images. Spaciousness, respect, courage, and set a chime for 8:08 a.m. p.m. to pause 20 seconds and say the line of the day. These small details make a close not only moving but durable, so this video becomes a rhythm of life, not a passing inspiration. If you carry only 1 quality from today, carry poise, the still axis in the center of any storm. Poise doesn't slow you down, it puts everything in rhythm. Keep your seed private until it sets hold, clean boundaries, so your energy doesn't leak, and anchor new results with small, graceful steps. When a tiny signal appears, a warm reply, a softened conversation, a clear idea, seal it with specific gratitude. That's how grace endures, right, beautiful and deep enough to lift you for the long run. Ready for a 7-day challenge. Each morning install divine order. Before each milestone, open the door of destiny. When you feel stuck, let the walls drop lightly. Each night, log 3 small clicks. No perfection required, only consistency and kindness. To let our circle witness your shift, comment 3 lines. Right now, the time and place you'll set your morning frame. The one door you believe is opening this week, the wall you'll thin in the next 24 hours, and the exact micro-step you'll take. Return in 48 to 72 hours and update your thread. The shared field will amplify the good already moving toward you. For extra depth, add a nightly ceiling trio. 1 specific gratitude for someone who helped, 1 boundary you'll hold tomorrow, and 1 affirmation you'll read with your body, soft brow, dropped, shoulders long, exhale. Keep an open door card in your wallet. When uncertain, touch it and ask, if the right door is open and cannot close, what would I choose in the next 5 minutes? You can also post 3 quick notes. The door you want to open and 1 keyword. A 5 to 7 word mantra for this week. Your 5-minute practice time and your city: Boston, MA, San Diego, CA, etc. Join number 5 minutes, open door and #gatekeeper. Challenge so we can resonate together. If someone's comment touches you, bless them with a short line. Your gate is glowing. A gentle circle can change the color of a whole city. Before we part, place your hand over your heart and read this as if signing a new covenant. I stand on the sacred ground of my own life. I choose order, clear seeing, and gratitude. I walk in the light 1 step at a time, and the right things arrive right on time. If a flicker of doubt pops up the smile, it's only an old habit asking for a seat. The new door is open. The watchman is at his post. The rest is rhythm, the rhythm of your breath, of right words, of small, steady steps. If this episode resonated, subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss the next chapters in the Your Word is Your Wand series. Each week we'll practice more deeply, from rewriting your money and value story to healing relationships through words spoken under grace. If you'd like a 5-minute audio guide to breathe and speak the 3 phrases, comment the keyword poise so the team knows to send it. Now read softly with me as if sealing light into your day. Divine order is now established. Open door of destiny nailed back. The walls of lack and delay now crumble away. I walk under grace. Your word is your wand. Use it gently and steadily, for from today on you don't just speak of hope. You live it 1 sentence, 1 breath, 1 small grace-filled step at a time. And if you're already standing in the doorway, breathe in, soften the shoulders, hand to heart, and whisper, I'm going in, under grace. Then step forward with a small smile, for the secret door from now on is your everyday way in and out.